Hello everyone, welcome to my video on my channel where I teach Photoshop, when I talk about retouching and all sorts of other things. And today I want to talk about retouchers and photographers and about collaborations. As you know, I have some retouching courses. Sometimes people ask me the questions about collaborating with photographers, also the things like how long you should spend on retouching. I want to address things because I believe many people who start, they struggle with this, they feel a little bit lost when it comes to those things. So I think the people who think about this, they can actually relate and probably they could avoid the certain mistakes. And first of all, on the background, what you can see right now is my page. So if you are new here, if you've never seen my page, make sure to check it out, see my portfolio, if you like the things I am doing. First thing I want to talk about, I was just talking with one of my students about how long you should retouch, what's the good amount of retouching. So there is no the good answer for this, but I believe few years back the retouching got very popular. There was few pages, I'm not gonna name this, that actually teach retouching and mainly beauty retouching, and many of these pages were saying about the time spent, the beauty retouching. I heard about people spending countless hours doing touch and burn and retouching to make the images look perfect. But when you do this, you need to understand the value of your retouching. Your retouch because you want to make money sometimes, whether you're a photographer or retoucher. So when you have the set of 10 images, some beauty set, and let's say your retouching take you 3 to 4 hours, this is 40 hours of work. This is we could say 1 week of work. And you need to understand, if you want to make money and if someone pay you that much, maybe you can spend. But in most of the cases, spending so much on images doesn't bring you any value. And it's not, sometimes it's not because you work slow, but sometimes it's because you overdo things. And many tutorials, many courses actually teach how to overdo things. And this is the problem, because many companies, whether it's beauty companies, jewelry companies, which is also a big part of beauty retouching, doesn't search for things that look insanely perfect, done just with touch and burn, and they don't expect you to waste 3 hours on the image. For example, I can tell you my workflow. I would say on average maybe I spent 1 hour on image. Touch and burn takes me probably 30 minutes. Of course I do retouch fast, but it came from this because I knew I can't waste time. I don't want to spend 3 hours on one image, because first of all, I like it. I do really like it, but after looking at one image for 3 hours and trying to do touch and burn, you might get actually a little bit crazy. And I think the fault of this, some sort of education platform that were doing this to people and saying you need to spend hours, make sure image is perfect, but the perfect image is not perfect, and the perfection lies in imperfections actually. So what you want to do, you want to clean up the image, you want to clean up the things that maybe drag the attention away, and make sure just your image looks really good. Of course, it's great knowledge to know how to retouch nails. I teach this in my courses. If someone expects you to make sure the nails are clean, I show you how to solve certain things. If someone expects you to do certain part of makeup, you need to know this. But it doesn't mean that every image you take, you will be checking step by step every single part and wasting hours on this. Because retouching is all about the value, and you need to keep this in mind. Once you build portfolio, you want to deliver fast and high quality work, but not overdoing things. And the second part, also very common question, something that actually is related to me, is collaborations. I get a lot of emails asking for retouching, and it's really great. I love to work, and but it is my work, and I think 2 days ago there was week where I get many times asked, but most of these questions are built in the same way. I get the sample on the email, set of the images, and you can see photographer did an effort, some other makeup artist did an effort. They did an effort because they want to be considered as good photographers, or makeup artist wants to be considered as the good makeup artist. And what they need images look good, and they need retouchers for this. So why photographers send images to retoucher and say, here is the images, and we want to submit this. This is the first mistake. Submitting doesn't guarantee anything. And do you want to take it? And there is no question about what's your rate or something. Do you want to take it? Because we think it's great opportunity for you. So if you are a retoucher, you need to know it's not a great opportunity for you when you get this question. For you as the retoucher, the point is to build a good portfolio. So you should seek for yourself what's the good portfolio for you, so you can build the images and then go to people and say, this is my portfolio, I offer this and this. Do you want to use my service? But photographers don't do a favor to you. It's quite misleading, but you need to know the photographers don't do the favor to you. And if you keep being asked a few times by the same photographer for collaboration, and you don't feel you gaining anything from this, I think you should stop. Because I know many photographers actually tend to take advantage of people because it's good benefit for them. They do collaborations for portfolio. Everyone wants to have good portfolio. But often when it comes to the commercial job they get, they try to cut the budget and they don't hire retouchers because now it's money. So they use you for portfolio, have good portfolio, but when they have occasion to make money out of this good portfolio, they don't want you anymore. So I'm not, of course, trying to record this to speak bad about anyone. I'm trying to tell you a few things about you need to be careful and you need to protect your work because your work is the value. And if you think your work is good, you should be getting paid for the work. And if you are a photographer and if you are getting paid for your photography work and you want to make your images look good, you also probably need to pay to retouchers that helps you to create good images. Thank you for watching. Soon I might come with some educational video. Today something random. Maybe if you leave the comments and if you want to do me to do some live stream because you want to ask me some more questions, I will be happy to do it, so we could talk live about this and talk about some issues, some things related to retouching Photoshop and photography. Thank you.